Hello everyone, today we are going to work on the actual speed change when we apply nitrous. So here is the demonstration. So you can see a number printed in the top left that represents the amount of nitrous remaining. So you see the car goes very fast and acceleration is increased when we press nitrous. And once it is depleted, it automatically deactivates regardless of if I am pressing shift or not. Okay, so that's what we are going to work on today. Okay, so last time we worked on the particle effect for the nitrous boosting, but only the particle effect. When we press shift, it activates the particle effect, but other than that nothing happens. You can see there is no difference in acceleration or speed or anything. So that's the part we are going to work on now. So for that, so this is where we activate and deactivate the particle effect. So here, to change the acceleration, we already have this vehicle moment component casted into chaos wheeled vehicle moment component and saved into a variable here. So I feel this too long, so I'll name it chaos vehicle moment. I'll just use that, chaos vehicle moment. That's better. So now I can use it here, and when we activate nitrous, here if you select the engine, you have this max torque. If I increase this, the car will have a higher acceleration and a higher speed. So we can actually test that here. So here the default value is 750, so I'll set max torque, max engine torque. It was earlier 750. To have a significant difference, I'll something like 2000. This would be too unrealistic, but let's just see how it works. Later on we can fine tune the values. Okay, now, oh wait, here if when I release shift, that means when we stop putting nitrous, the torque should be back to normal value. And here I have selected the vehicle advanced game mode, so I will get the HUD here as well, so you can observe the speed change. Right, now you can see, now if I press shift, you see it becomes much faster and we hit the wall, but it's working. So now without nitrous, if I put a bit, you see the speed goes up. Right, so it is working. Okay, now if I want to have a meter for the nitrous, so that we can prevent having like infinite nitrous supply. We can prevent having an infinite nitrous supply, so it would be limited, and also it should be regenerated. So to achieve that, here I'll add a new variable, sorry, not a function, variable. And noise level, and this should be a float. So let me collapse this. Nos. Because this part is going to get a bit more complicated. We need more stuff, we need more code to handle this part. So we can only activate Nitrous if the NOS level is higher than 0. So by default it would be 0. I'll say by default we have 100. So here I think it would be better to have a custom event. Toggle NOS, toggle Nitrous. Then let me move this part. Here we need an input to say whether to enable or disable. So if it is to enable, then this path should take place. Disable, this path should take place. Now here all we have to do is toggle NOS, call with enable, and then call with a disable. That means false enable. Let me quickly check if things are still working. Yeah, it is working. Okay, so now we need to check the NOS level, and if this is greater than 0, then only we can activate it. Otherwise we should not activate it. Now where should we deplete Nitrous level? So that for that we can have another custom event, update Nitrous. Let's call it NOS level, update NOS level. So here we should deplete if the Nitrous is already activated. But how do we check that? Maybe we need another variable, NOS enabled. Oh, I made n also capital. It has to be simple, and this should be a boolean. Right, now here set NOS enabled to true, and here to false. Now here if NOS enabled, can have a branch if it's enabled, we should deplete it. So set nos level, get the nos level and subtract some amount from it. Let's say 0.5, maybe less, 0.3, and this should not be negative. So clamp between 0 and 100, and if this ever becomes 0, or if this is less than 0, I should stop nos. So that means here we need another branch, and toggle nos false. Right, now once nos disabled, it should start regenerating. So for that we can again get the nos level and add. This should be much slower. Maybe 3 times slower, and set nos level with the new value, and this one also should be clamped. It should not exceed 100, so clamp in between 0 and 100. Right, now we need to call this update nos level in the, well, we can either call it in the tick, but then it would be called in every frame, which may not be necessary. So I'll set timer by function name. Let's set a timer just like for these other events. And 0.2 should be good enough. What's the event name? Update nos level, and it should be looping. Okay, let's see if that is working. Oh wait, we need some indicator, so let's add a print here. This is only for testing. It doesn't reduce fast enough. Yeah, right. Now that we are calling this in every 0.2 second, I think instead of having this much, maybe a larger values should help. Oh, another thing, the prints are for all the cars, not just player. They are for, let's start this only for player, makes it easier for testing. Yeah, it's working. See, I can't infinitely apply NOS. Okay. Another small thing, instead of checking if it is larger than 0, I check if it is larger than 10. So we will not be able to like smash shift like this close together after full training. Right, maybe we should put that value much higher, not just 10, like 50. Okay. And I do have a sound effect. Let me import it. So it's just some boost sound effect. Let me set one more thing. Attenuation, I'll put the same as engine attenuation. This should be activated when we activate the boost, so I'll attach it to the car. Boost, it should not be auto activated. It should be only activated when we enable boost. That means here. Activate. One more thing. It should be looping. And when we stop or disable nitrous, it should be deactivated, not activated. Okay, now let's see. Right, nice. Okay, I think that's enough for today. So thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.